Hey guys, it's Mrs. Burnth, and I am so excited to teach people today because I'm gonna be teaching about maybe a little something to teach maybe students to help more better to reach more goals, and I kind of want to talk about maybe some something that we can talk about, or maybe we can talk about like whatever we can, or we can teach about something that it can improve their life. Maybe children can know what they are, and maybe I'll teach about yeah, I'll teach it about maybe English, math, science, and social studies and cooking, maybe all of the above. And maybe I could do one of them like one by one, and maybe two by two, maybe three by three, or maybe three by four, and four by four. It means by like a big transport, and maybe it can be more obvious. It can be more obvious. Some people trying to make me like Niston was being so rudely to Lion, and he wasn't being very nice, and Lion was taking it so seriously, and he was tired of hearing it, and he had to step in for many reasons, just like I have stepped in for once. I have stepped in for Niston because I'm a new character here, and I'm so excited to teach people today. I am really excited to teach people today because it's my first time, and it's not really what I wanted to do. Maybe it's because I wanted to teach people how to be grateful and be kind to people, what they had in religion, and they can have like a big responsibility and have a big finest thing, and they can have more future lives, and 2019 is going bye-bye, and this is going to have to deal with it. 2020 is going to be this, the great year, and I can tell you that, and maybe, I have you guys a question. Are you guys excited for New Year's? I am, permanently. Maybe you can tell my face, I am excited. Yeah, and some people can be, very, infuriated at it, but I can deal with it. 2020 could be a great year, and Quentin can be an actor, and he's always an actor. That can be an amazing thing, too. And maybe Quentin can figure out what's going to happen. He's going to have a bright future, and maybe I'll have a bright future too. And I'm going to be teaching people how to be grateful to people, and how people can think of religion, and that can make my life true, and that can make their life true, or that can be the same thing as this one. And like being kind and honest, that can be the same thing too. And I'm going to bring my laptop here just to remember I can think of, because it's my first time, and I don't know things like that, and I have to figure out what's going to happen, and I'm going to have to teach answers, or I'm going to have to put the answers in a board. I don't have a board right now because that's all I get, and that's all I get because I don't have my stuff yet. I still have no board in this board yet, and I want to teach something about I want to draw something, I don't have it, and I guess I'll teach you guys what my hand skills today, and maybe that can work too, and maybe talking over it, or maybe having a bit conversation, and maybe taking advantage for another reason, and maybe we can think about how to be grateful to being honest, and but wait, I don't have a badge. That's okay, I can deal with the badge later. And in school we're supposed to have badges. If we do not, then they'll think you're a student and you're not. And people do not want to have you always have to stand after a pledge of allegiance, because if you do not, then I don't know what will happen. What do you guys think? But it's my first time here, and I don't know what will happen if you do not stand after a pledge of allegiance. What will happen? Just tell me. Do you guys got answers? Alright, so I think I'll get my laptop out and teach you about my quizzes. And Quentin has a Sporkle account. If you guys can check it out, you can type Sporkle and you can try to find, it's Quinn12345. Quinn12345. Go check it out. And yeah, and maybe you can guys answer some questions for Quentin's questions. And Quentin's questions are pretty hard, so you're gonna have to figure it out by using your imagination, or of your imagination. Yeah, that can be the same thing too. But maybe if you try thinking of a positive way, maybe think possibly, or possibility, or positively, maybe they can think about what's gonna happen to their mind, what's gonna happen to their thinking skill. That can be amazing too. But for life skills, they can think properly if they want to. But just like basically all people, they can think just fine. They don't have a problem with that, and maybe they can think of what's gonna happen to their own mind, and maybe that can happen to their own lives. I don't know. Alright, we're now moving on to English. Alright, let me get my face covered up here so you guys can see who I am. And see my bare face? That's the way it is. See my bare face right here? Yeah, that's what I look like. I do not want you guys to see my face. Quentin's not behind it, it's just me. You don't know what my face actually is, so you guys can guess, but you can't guess right now. So yeah, let's talk about English. English is a modern language that is, appears like Spanish, French, can't think of anything really, but I'm gonna have to bring my grandma here, and I'll show you what that means. Since the 17th century, amazing population for many products on the early medieval England eventually become a global England, and Great Britain takes later than usual in 70 million, or as a foreign language, and 700 million in West Germanic, and Germanic can be final and a medium, and people can be people have like different races, Caucasian, white, black, African, and Asian, Chinese. There's a lot of races. They can figure out what races they can have, or people can race for gold by using an imagination for their own population. Or as you can see, English is like a different language. It's the same language that we use. People are allowed to speak English if they're born in the United States. If you're born in Mexico, they can speak Spanish too, and they're Latino people, and all boys and girls are provided, or another situation. And in Germany, a 17 country, they can be imagination or big unity or bright and features of the fiery range in the United States. Like there's something happening in all countries. They normally happen if there's like crimes like police chases or criminals or shoplifters, crimes or getting kidnapped kids and abuse. That's a big one, and that can be whenever I tell people to be quiet when I'm teaching, and that's my goal. And if you do not like stop talking once or talking, if I hear talking again, you're gonna have to leave my classroom. I'd say it, but you're gonna have to leave my classroom because like you're gonna be going to the principal's office for talking while I'm teaching, and that kind of makes me mad. And I have to like take it easy a little bit because it's my first time here, and I do not want people to hear me like I can speak louder enough, but I can try figuring out what identify like a problem or something. And in Wikipedia, they can be more obvious in the population for like can be like United Arab Emirates or I guess it's a rare country like and like my face is not made up. It's just black. That's all it is. My face is right here, and and I don't know how to say that word. I'm sorry. Like an individual species, and they can be amazing, or they can use like identified goals to reach a bigger responsibility, or they can have a big population in or a big English, or maybe Spanish or Japanese, or Hebrew, or Italian, or Italian makes pizza. Pizza is Italian, and they can enjoy pizza there too. We have a lot of pizza places that can have, or maybe they can have amazing things, or a big final range. And they can have a delicious meal, and chicken nuggets, french fries, or carbohydrates, or more obvious. Yeah, they can have a bigger responsibility too. If they have a big thinkative, or possibility, or maybe having a bright life. Other food places, they can have a big final range. Like, I'm not kidding, they can have a big as life on, they can have french fries, chicken nuggets, and the french fries are like potatoes. Chickens are chickens, brown cow to chicken, like grilled chicken, pork, or meat. That can be the same thing, and that is like animal product. And animal product is like, they can be vegetarians. If they don't like chicken or meat, they can be vegetarian. They can be like vegetarian if they want to. Or maybe they can just eat meat for life. How about that? Alright, so, now we're preparing for cooking, and, let me see here. 12 cooking skills every young adult should learn. Making stock, creating a flavorful sauce, cooking a hot breakfast, mixing up fancy cocktails, saving time and dishes with one pot, or sheet pan dinners, whisking together homemade salad dressing, preparing meals, roasting vegetables. Every young adult should know how to cook because if you're like a freshman, sophomore, or junior, sophomore, I said sophomore twice, I'm sorry. If you were like a sophomore, if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, you guys can cook, learn how to cook, or maybe construction, or maybe they can have like in facts class, and they can talk about like lives. They can have like education. They can have like a viral education, and they can have like a big responsibility of their own lives. They can have what they have to do to their own future. They can think about what they're gonna do, and and maybe they can think about like the teacher. And it's me. I'm a teacher there. I'm like the what do you call it? Elementary school teacher, middle school teacher, high school teacher. I can be anything. I'm also a substitute teacher all the time. And maybe I'll give you sheets if they are absent, or if they're not here, or I won't give it to someone if they're sick though. That can be a big problem. Or we have to wait until tomorrow. Maybe we can give it to them like after it gets done with the test, or maybe he can figure out what to do by himself. And let me look up cooking real quick. Sorry. And more possibilities can be like cooking vegetables, or maybe frying onions, and they can think about onions on mushrooms, broccoli, mushrooms, and onions, olives, and they can put pepperoni on cheese, sauce, pizza. They can make Italian. If you know how to make a pizza, you must add pizza sauce or pesto. If you like pesto, you can add that, or you can add other greens like pepperoni, bacon, ham, pineapple. If you want to make a Hawaiian pizza, you can. Or maybe you can put like vegetables in it too. Maybe vegetarians might like that. Or if you put meat, vegetarians will not like that. They dislike that. They just like meat. Vegetarians dislike meat. They like vegetables. Like, vegetarians means vegetables, that's the same thing. But if they want to add like candy pizza, they can do it too, or maybe a breakfast pizza. or maybe they can add a festival pizza, or maybe like festival pizza that can be a feast, or Thanksgiving pizza, or Christmas pizza, or any holiday pizza that can take a big festival to eat and enjoy in foods, or a big population. They can make it themselves. They can make like dessert pizza. They can put like cookies, brownies, or donuts. I don't know, donuts are allowed in pizza though. They can if they want to. You guys can try. I don't know what I'll do. Or maybe they can add like peppers or onions. Quinn does not like onions, and I would put a mushroom flour in him. And maybe and yeah, I would put like maybe a lot of pepperoni in cheese. And maybe cheese is either sliced cheese or a Swiss cheese or a shredded cheese. They can find that out and they can buy it at the store and like preparing food for another reason. And maybe they can teach about like maybe a miracle thing that can teach about like maybe or maybe they can teach you how to cook. Maybe to get a girlfriend, you have to teach them how to cook first. Or maybe they can take cooking classes or driver's license to drive in school and make me have to have a driver's license. And Clinton does not have a driver's license yet, and he's still ageable right now, 16, and Quinn will be turning 17 in May 16, 2020. 2020 is tomorrow, and people still can't drive at the age of 16. Yeah, Quentin's 16, and he still can't drive yet. Like 16-year-olds can't drive yet. They're scared to drive. I mean, Quentin's still scared to drive. Obviously, they can be doesn't matter. I can't drive either because I don't know how to drive. Yeah, I'm really bad at driving, so yeah, possibly. Okay, so now we're moving on to geography. Yeah, geography, the history of world and civilization, and like the history of more world and maps. They can figure out. We are in Indiana right now, and there's other places like Alaska, California, and some children age of 2 or 3, they don't know what Alaska is or Indiana is. It's a place. Yeah, it's a part of the United States country, or the history of the United States. And I'm not sure actually what was Indiana was in the United States history. And as you see here, geography, the study of the physical features of the Earth and its atmosphere, as a human activity that is affected by these, including its distribution of populations and resources and land uses as industries. The naturals and wave arrangement places of the physical features. A field of science devoted to study of land's features, inhabitants, or phenomena, or how you say it. On Earth, a plane is the first person to use the word. I can't say that word, Eratosthenes. Yeah. I can barely say words right, and the 2 geography books. You can learn geography by using books. When you're in like 5th grade, 6th grade, you can learn social studies. They can learn about like the map of the, when was Indiana in, or when was Alaska in, Arizona, California, New York City, Maine, or any United States history above. And they can teach about like social studies of the world, like China, Japanese, or maybe they can use like Japan, and Africa, and Africa's like far away, and all places are far away, like a million miles or a billion miles. That can be a long time, and that can be exhausting to drive, and that can affect the life. They have no time to do something. They have to get busy on work, and that's what I have to do. I have to stay in Indiana for a while until I want to move, and that can be a big problem. So I don't like leaving, but I like. And that can be amazing for a big responsibility, and yeah, that can be that can be the conflict of geography, like using a geography skill, or maybe they can teach about like amazing things like that, or maybe they don't have to think about what they're gonna do for their own possession, and they can think about like what they're gonna do. That can be a big thing of parade, or they can make it parade of the world. What was graduated for education, and they can teach about like the world, making work assignments, doing your own homework assignments. They have to do it every day. Whereas do tomorrow, today, this week, next week, next month. Next month is like too far. I mean, it can be, but it's not really far for the school year. And people do not accept late work assignments. I'm surely that he or she did not accept homework assignments that are due like August 2019, and December 2019. I would not appreciate the late August 2019 work. And I kind of lost track on dates for 2019, because 2019 is already over. And that can be a big problem for a big population. Or maybe they can talk about like a big final range. For a finance thing, they can teach out geography for by using the little world existence. Maybe they can think about what they're gonna do. Okay, so now we're moving on to Earth sciences, which is planets, planet Earth. They can still learn about like sciences. They can learn about like their preschool, kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade if you're in elementary school. It's provided to learn about spaces, Earth, and if you guys watch Bubble Guppies, you can learn it out, like figuring out the Earth, planet, spaces. Yeah, I can learn. There's other places like Saturn, Earth, There's Saturn, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And I'm going to make a definition of Neptune. Yeah, let me just look it up. You guys can't see my face, so let me type Neptune right here. My hands can be slippery sometimes, that's going to have to do. And, alright. Okay. Neptune is the 8th and farthest known planet of the Sun in the solar system. In the solar system, it is the 4th largest planet of the diameter, and a very massive planet, and the densest giant planet. And Neptune is 17 times the mass of the Earth, slightly more massive than its near twin Uranus. That can be like mean anomaly, sidereal rotation period, 0.6713 day, in 16 hours and 16 minutes. In 16 hours and 6 minutes. So now we're making a definition of. Oh, I do not want you guys to see my face. Alright, let me take a definition of Uranus. Uranus can be the same thing, right? Uranus definition of the fiery range. Definition planet in our solar system. Alright. Uranus for the Latin, Uranus for the Greek god, is the 7th planet for the Sun. It has the 3rd largest planetary radius or the 4th largest planetary mass in our solar system. For this reason, scientists ought to classify Uranus and Neptune as ice giants to distinguish the gas giants. If you think the Uranus is funny and maybe you can figure it out like using, maybe search it up by using videos or photos, it doesn't really matter to me. You can use anything you want, I don't mind. And now we're making a definition of, Venus. Venus, the definition of a planet. In zoology, there's other planets too. Our science is planet. Venus is defined as a Roman goddess of beauty and love and the 2nd planet for the Sun. Category planet, orbits Sun. What is special about Venus? It takes 243 days. It takes 243 Earth days to rotate once on its axis. Sidereal day, the planet orbits around the Sun takes 225 Earth days, compared to Earth's 365 days on the surface of Venus. Solar day takes 117 Earth days. Venus rotates in the opposite direction of most other planets too. And now we're making a definition of Earth. Earth definition. The planet on which we live, the world. Like I told you about the geography one, the substance of the land surface oil. Takes similar soil, topsoil, loam, clay, silt, dirt, sod, and the ground is the grass. And the top floor is the comfy situation. Like obviously that can be a big population of the Earth. And that can be more obvious than it looks. Alright, so now we're talking about zoology, and which is biology, science, biomedical, and let me take a look at zoology sciences. Zoology, I'm sorry, I can't say things right. Alright, which is zoology, which is biology or science or physics, chemistry, integrated, or biology, biomedical, zoology. Alright, zoology, alright, let me start over. Zoology, the scientific study of behavior, structure, physiology, classification, and distribution of animals. The animal life in a particular area or time, or bicular. And identify. Zoology means animals in a field of study. Zoology is a branch of biology that studies the animal kingdom, including the structure and embryology, evolution, the classification, habits, and distribution of all animals, both living and extinct, and how they interact with their ecosystems. As of May 2011, the mean wage of a zoologist, the 61,880 per year and 29,775 per hour. They can see animals for like, if you go to the zoo, I went to the zoo before, it was amazing, and they can learn about zoo and zoology, or biology, they can learn about biology too, or biomedical. We're going to start biology and medical in the next part after we start zoology. Zoology is all kinds of things like zebras, lions, flamingos, tigers. Quinn loves tigers. If you guys can find a video of Quinn loves tigers, you can see the that's videos of what they can do for their own lives. They can talk about like back in 2011, there are a lot of zoo animals. They can teach a lot of zoo places that you have to go for a big reason. You guys have to go for zoo places, or they can transfer another city. You guys can see zoo anywhere. It's Indianapolis, Indiana Zoo. You guys can check it out, or maybe you can figure it out by homeschooling. This is homeschooling. The teacher, you guys can homeschool about teaching myself, Mrs. Burnth. And zoology is a study of biomedical, severe, more biology, or biome. Yeah, biome is like a spectrum or ecosystem, and they can figure out what zoology is, or biology, or zoology. That can be the same thing too. So, what do you guys think? The zoology and the biology. What's the difference between zoology and the biology? And biology is a scientific integration, possibility, and and thinking of the flexibility and many kids and think for your minds, they can think of biome too, if they can learn about anything. Alright, now we're moving on to biology. Oops, sorry. I must stay back before I step any closer, okay? Alright, let's talk about biology. We talked about zoology last time, so now we're talking about biology. Alright, biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, history, geography, science, and zoology. Related to biology and zoology. Biology is life. Biology is a natural science that studies life in living organisms, including their physical structure, chemical processes, molecular and vacuoles, interactions, and physiological mechanisms, development, and evolution. What is a study of biology? Sorry, no script. I want to see there. You guys can't see my face, I don't want you to see my face again. Sorry. Biology is a natural science concerned with the study of the life of living organisms. Modern biology is a vast, eclectic field and composed of many specialized disciplines that studies the structure and function, growth, distribution, and then evolution, or other features of living organisms. Rubber texts, bookshelves, or they can learn biology by using bookshelves, they can learn about books. Maybe zoology is more different. You have to learn about animals first. Like, you have to learn animals for, like, when you're like a baby or something, when you're like a year old, you have to learn about animals and what our animals look like. And biology is kind of like science, natural science, like kind of like the earth sciences, or natural resources, or they can think about to end the problem, or maybe they can try like 10 branches of biology, or what does a biologist do? A biologist is a scientist who studies life, specifically organisms and their relationships to their development. Generally speaking, biologists study humans, animals, plants, and bacteria to gain a better understanding of how the body and the natural works. To analyze external factors that may influence each organism. The study of interactions, physiological mechanisms, development, and evolution. Molecular biology, the sociologist. They can learn about biology books or biology videos. They can learn about homeschooling and introduction to study of biology. Biology river texts. Generally speaking, biologists study humans, and there's a lot of scientists out there, and you guys can think about what biology looks like. And it's kind of like we're moving on to chemistry next, and to see what chemistry is about, and they can talk about like maybe using things about what they can think about for their life, and yeah, I'm gonna be looking about like when was biology founded. When was biology? I am so excited to teach it. Biology founded. The term biology is in modern sense appears to have been introduced independently by Thomas Beddoes. If you do not know who Thomas Beddoes is, in 1799, Carl Friedrich Berdat in 1800, and Gottfried Reinhold Treviranus, biology order in 1802, Jean Baptiste in Lamarck, hydrogen in 1802. And invented by biologist history, and maybe they can think about what they're going to do for their own future and bright life. And they can think about what they're going to happen next. Now we're moving on to chemistry. Alright, let me look it up real quick. Let me take my look there too, and yeah. Alright, chemistry is the study of matter and its properties, and how in living substances combine or separate to form other substances, and how substances interact with energy. Many people think of chemists as being like, I'll be right on. Sorry, I was trying to go somewhere, and I had to like get ready for my meeting in 3 minutes, so I have to make it quick. Many people think of chemists as being like coded scientists mixing strange liquids in a laboratory, but the truth is we are all chemists. The chemistry, the science of the substance, it means like people take like biology around like 9th grade. They always take biology in 9th grade, and chemistry, physics integrated in sophomore, and earth sciences means junior year, and senior, it doesn't really matter. You can study anything. Chemistry is a scientific discipline involved with elements, compounds composed of atoms, molecules, and ions, their composition, structure, properties, behavior, and changes they undergo during reaction with other substances. If you look at chemistry, physics, people mostly take in sophomore year or freshman year. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, like if you look at chemistry books, yeah, like the study of matter, properties of how substances combine or separate form other substances, and how substances interact with energy. Many people think of chemists as being like hosted scientists, like people are searching for substances of sciences, or, alright, let me look up, I'm gonna look up, what is the study of chemistry? Chemistry, the study of matter and chemical reactions between substances. Chemistry is also a study of matter, composition, structure, and properties matters essentially anything in the world takes space has mass. I'll be right here, right? Sorry, I have to get ready in like 9 minutes. Yeah, sorry. And the organic chemistry is the second. It can be like yeah, like we're moving on to like and I have to get ready for my meeting, and I have to get ready. I have to make it quick, and I did not want it to take a long time. And I think the last time I'm teaching you guys is physics, and hopefully you guys can intervene that, and they can teach about like big things or many fiery ranges. They can think about like chemistry books or integrated physics, or maybe they can talk about like maybe obvious, like this wall right here. Wall is like I'm standing right now is like it's like medium floor. Yeah. If you're like upside down, you can't really get to the top floor because it's always like this. It's always the frame of the wall. See it? The frame of the wall. See? Yeah. The possibility in the physics of chemistry, or maybe like people take like science lab. It's kind of like science lab. They have to figure out what potions to make, and like they can make like things explode, or maybe explode like biology. They do like labs too. Biology does like they measure hearts, and they do like frogs or any animal product or seafood or seaweed food or something. They can put seaweed in a frog and cut the frog open, and it's anatomy. Anatomy is kind of like biology too, but it's the anatomy lab. They do like notes. You guys have to figure out notes what biology looks like. Biology is like the medical of the life, or biome, or biomedical. The wall frame here is the medium floor, the medium frame, the medium height, or measure. I can tell that this wall is way higher than I look. I'm small, and this wall is medium. As I can see, I'm small, and my skin is white. See it? And yeah, I have to get ready for my meeting. And this is the wall of my meeting. Yeah, we have to meet in the room for a big reason, and that could be a good reason for any product. I'm saying it's more obvious, right? And maybe they can talk about like what they can do. And yeah, that can be the biomedical too. It's an integrated chemistry physics to do. But they can figure out what's exploding, and maybe they can use like many color kind. Maybe they can use like orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple, black, gray, and white, and brown, and pink. It doesn't matter what color you use. For me, I like using any color I like. I like yellow, I like pink. As you can see, I have white and pink. That's the same thing too. That can be the same thing too. Alright, the last part I'm going to be teaching, the last teaching for right now is physics. And we can look at physics for like integrated chemistry physics is the same thing as chemistry though, or integrated. Or I'm going to teach more on January 4th. I'll be teaching more about like myself and other school products. Keep going. Alright, I have to get going, yeah. And I have to get going for my meeting. And I have to get work by my video and Quinn's video, and I have to get ready for my meeting. I don't have time to mess around, and yeah, let's look up physics real quick. Physics is a natural science that studies matter, its motion and behavior through space and time, and related entities of energy and force. Physics is the most fundamental scientific discipline, and its main goal to understand how the universe behaves. What are the basics of physics? I have to get ready for my meeting. I don't have time to mess around. Physics is the study of matter, and the movement of matter through space and the time of the universe. It's one of the fundamental sciences that covers a huge range of subjects. Classical mechanics, the laws of motions, electromagnetism, relativity, thermodynamics, or carbohydrates is the most fat and protein. That can be more crayon physics deluxe, armadillo ride, physics drops, and trucks to snap. Or making, I'll be right there. Yeah, I'll be right there. I'll be going real quick. I'll make it to like 3 more minutes, and I have to be going like really, really fast. And my heart rate being like I might be fusing right fast. And physics, integrated physics, or biomedical, or maybe they can talk about like mostly people take like physics or like sophomore and junior year. And I have no feet whatsoever, and you guys probably can see it. And they can use like things to put on physics or the lab. Physics lab, they don't really matter. They can use like potions, or like they can use like any color kind. It's the same as chemistry. Or integrated too. Maybe I'll teach about integrated too for on January 4th. It's gonna be the same thing as this one. And it's gonna be a long time to make a video on this one because I have to get going for my meeting. And hopefully you guys know that because I'm pretty excited for this meeting. And I have to get a meeting for my own personality. And yeah. And and I also have like 3 more questions. What is physics? Explain the detail. Physics is the brains of science. It is the most fundamental scientific disciplines. The main goal of physics is to explain how things can move in space, time, and understand how the universe behaves. It studies matter, forces their effects. The world of physics comes from a Greek world, meaning nature. I don't know how to speak Greek. I'm not really a Greek person, so don't blame me. What is the best definition of physics? Alright, the dictionary definition of physics is a study of matter, like I told you before. Energy and interaction between them. What it really means is, I'll get going. I'll be back. It's about asking fundamental questions and trying to answer them by observing and experimenting. The 7 branches of physics. I have to make it really quick because I have to go to a meeting in like 5 minutes, so I'll make it quick. Classical physics, modern physics, nuclear physics, atomic physics, geophysics, biophysics, mechanics, and acoustics. I'll be ready, yeah. And chemistry, biology, I'll teach it later, but right now I have to get going for a meeting, and thank you guys for watching my own teaching goals, and I'm going to close this for today because I'm done with it, yeah, and hope you guys enjoyed my 40-minute video, and January 4th will be coming, and yeah, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys soon, and yeah, I'll be ready for that. Bye.